No pit stops, no strategy. It's all about the pace today. Qualifying day here at the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Yes, excellent lap. We're all very, very pleased with that one. Nice work. Come on, I'll see you back in the pits.
Great work, guys.
With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race. Welcome to Budapest once again for another round of Formula One action. Historically, a good race for first-time victories, with Button, Hill, Alonso and Heikki Kovalainen all reaching the top step of the podium for the very first time right here. 14 corners then for our drivers to navigate at the 2.7-mile Hungaroring today. It's 6 lefts and 8 rights around a lap here, with average speeds in the region of 120 miles per hour. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, Charles Leclerc and Russell, Antonelli, Albon, Norris and Yuki Tsunoda, Sainz, Stroll, Esteban Ocon and Hülkenberg, Behrman, Lawson, Gabriel Bortoleto and Jack Doohan. Gasly and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And joining me in the commentary box once again, Naomi Schiff. Hi, Gnomes. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say they've got the better of them more often than not.
Yes, for sure. It is never nice to be on the receiving end of that teammate battle, to be the one not winning. But for the driver who is on the upper hand, it's a real confidence boost because, as you know, the first job in Formula One is to beat your teammate. It is a team sport, but at the end of the day, that's the only driver on the grid that's got equal equipment to you. So it's the best indication of how you're doing. So for them, it's going to be a real confidence boost.
Radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Right, mate, I know it's hot in that cockpit, believe me, but your tyres are even hotter than that. You've got to work really hard today to keep them cool, otherwise we're going to suffer with our performance. DRS now enabled. DRS enabled. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, Lewis, we've got some clear track in front of us and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
There you go. Thanks, mate.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Oh, mate, you made that look easy. Nice work. That's why I love working with you. Smashed it. Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Checkered flag.
What a great job, guys. This goes to everyone back at the team, the factories. Thank you so much for continuing to push this year. I'm so inspired by you guys.
And Lewis Hamilton takes the checkered flag and once again wins.
There was never a moment of doubt today. You could tell that they completely had it under control, and that is a sign of greatness.
It's time for our podium celebrations. And as ever in Formula One, 3 is the magic number. It's a familiar sight in Formula One, and here it is once again. Lewis Hamilton, with the trophy held high, celebrating a masterful victory. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next. Just look at that sea of orange. No surprises if I tell you we're here in Holland at Zandvoort for the Max Verstappen celebration party. It's a quick track and perfect for high speeds, high stakes qualifying. Welcome along to the Dutch Grand Prix qualifying day.
Okay, good job, mate. Really, really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
I like it.
Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow. For years, the passionate Dutch fans have been easy to find trackside in races across Europe. Here this weekend, it's even easier to find the Dutch fans as they have a race to call their own once again. A warm welcome to all of our viewers in the Netherlands and around the globe, of course, as we get underway for the Dutch Grand Prix. 2.6 miles then make up a lap here at a very wet Zandvoort circuit, where some tricky braking zones and sudden drops can make it all too easy to slide off into the gravel. 14 corners overall, a 678-metre main straight, and that will provide the best chance for overtaking. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Sainz, Leclerc, Yuki Tsunoda and Albon, Russell, Fernando Alonso, Norris and Nico Hülkenberg, Doohan, Antonelli, Ollie Bearman and Piastri, Stroll, Lawson, Gabriel Bortoleto and Pierre Gasly. Ocon and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And alongside me for the first time this season here in the commentary box, Naomi Schiff. Hello, Gnomes. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say they've got the better of them more often than not.
Yes, for sure. It is never nice to be on the receiving end of that teammate battle, to be the one not winning. But for the driver who is on the upper hand, it's a real confidence boost because, as you know, the first job in Formula One is to beat your teammate. It is a team sport, but at the end of the day, that's the only driver on the grid that's got equal equipment to you. So it's the best indication of how you're doing. So for them, it's going to be a real confidence boost.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.